I don't know. I'm not any closer to any of the answers than I was 6 months to 1 year ago. I don't feel any closer to any of the answers. What's the question? Don't know what the question is. It's very confusing. I said randomness. It's just wild randomness, which also manifests itself in terms of distraction. Just focus on one thing. That's enough. Is it? I don't even know. How do you know? How do you know it's the right thing to focus on? I don't know. I'm just thinking about that in terms of business and business development. It's like I'm trying to find something which flows naturally, something where I feel that I'm not acting against myself or fighting against myself. Because I think that's really important. Whatever you do with a business, you have to be honest with what you do, and I don't know. I still can't find that flow that is necessary.
Flow is this life. Life is constant change. This is the principle of life. And flow, it means life. But randomness. Imagine you are captain of a ship. Are you able to imagine that you let the things for randomness? You are in the center of Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, well, there's a certain level of practicality there, where if you're a ship in the middle of the ocean, number one, you're probably going somewhere. Number two, you're probably limited with the amount of food that you've got. Although you might be able to catch fish or something, so I don't know, so it might not be so bad. I don't know. What did the pirates do in history? Did they have plans? Did they own, or was that all controlled as well? Was that just the British East India Company and, you know, the other side of the Dutch Navy or something like that? I don't know. I'm constantly looking at what makes some things work and some things not work, and I'm always confused by it. So what I expect to work doesn't work, and what I don't expect to work works very well. See, that's what I mean by randomness. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. And of course, if it doesn't make sense, then you're applying the wrong kind of logic. Now, how does that work? How do you deal with applying the wrong kind of logic?
Probably there are some things beyond logic. Our logics beyond our plans, beyond our mental plans.
I don't know. I'm not sure that there's anything secret. I'm not sure that there's anything hidden. I don't know. People seem to be interested in I don't even know how it works with people's minds. It's like I said, almost every idea that I think is going to work. It sort of works a little bit, but it doesn't work completely. I can't find any reason for it.
One explanation is concentration on one problem for relevant time period. I have my own experience when I wanted to build a home. For 2 or 3 years, I was finding a so-called ideal place for my home. But I didn't know what exactly I was finding. Do you understand me?
Yeah,
Then,
uh-huh.
then after 3 years, I had a talk with my wife, and both of us, we both decided not to build a home, but to buy a good flat.
Mhm.
We focused, concentrated on this idea,
Mhm.
and next day we found this flat where we are living, where we have been living for 15 years.
Isn't that the story in The Alchemist, the book, that the guy travels around the world in search of something great, something amazing, something wonderful, and that he only discovers that it's in his own garden when he returns home. That the whole journey has been to to teach him that he had everything at the beginning, but he didn't realize it.
Yeah, very similar to your situation with changing places.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's insane. It's crazy. It's completely crazy.
The solution is not outside of us. The solution is always inside of us. The real solution. The real
Yeah, that
so-called the real problem, so-called problem, is always inside of us, not outside of us, not in some other being, not in some other person. The problem is always inside of me. I say about my experiences or about my life. Finally, I always found that the problem was inside of me.
yes, but then oh yeah, but then you have to ask yourself, okay, what do you do? Do you do nothing? Right?
Very
It's
good
like,
question. Yeah,
yes,
great question.
don't have a place to live. Every time I look for a place to live, it doesn't quite work out the way I want it to. So stop. I mean, stop looking, and then maybe you'll find it. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to say that if you stop looking for things that you will find them. That doesn't make any sense at all. Because I think that you will only find what you are looking for. Now maybe you're looking for the wrong thing, right? I mean maybe that, it's maybe your focus is not quite right. It could be there. It could be in that. Be-
I think it's very useful to consider that all material things are only fleeting. Again, I know that it seems like theory, but use only logics.
Material is
We
only
came naked
temporary.
and without any material things here to the earth, and we will go away again without any material things. So probably the purpose of our life is not in material part of life, in material part of living. Probably, from this point of view, the purpose of our life is in something completely other, something completely different from material things, from material needs, from material wishes. And we must solve some material problems, because we live on material level of existence, but probably 10% of our energy is enough for solving material problems, and 90% of our energy we should use for our spiritual development, because as you wrote, as you said many times, we are spiritual beings. And when we know that purpose of our life is outside the material part of living, probably a good orientation is to direct our energy to spiritual part of our living. But the problem is that almost nobody knows how to do it, what is the real spiritual development, and what is the right direction in this activity, in this part of living, because the real knowledge is still hidden. And this is why I recommend you to ask the first great creator for help in this topic, in this question, because everyone must find the answer inside of us, inside of themselves. Probably nobody is able to provide this deep personal experience to other human being. No human being is able to give this experience to other human being. It's a task for everyone to find the right way outside from material level of reality. But I'm persuaded that there are some so-called things or qualities that could help us in this task, and these qualities are love, gratitude,
Honesty.
The truth in every situation, non-violence,
I don't know.
conscious living. It means always consider all what we are able to consider.